Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, with special thanks to Revenant, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Icestormshadow, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we continue our little fishing expedition in the ruins of Denver. Obviously, we've taken out one of their 3 main war camps, and we've got another one just off to our left. But, upon loading back in, I was treated to this rather unusual sight. A mysterious figure who might actually indicate why the camera suddenly dragged off into that radiation-filled chasm back when we first approached it last time around. I honestly have no idea what triggered her appearance. Sometimes she appears, sometimes she doesn't. That said, I have never seen her before, so let's check this out. The woman doesn't say anything as you approach. She is dressed in thin cloth. Her feet are bare. Hello? She doesn't move, or appear to notice you. Her breathing is strange and shallow. Snow shimmers on her skin. It doesn't melt. If she's a synth, she's the most lifelike one you've ever seen. But something is off about her movements. She hasn't blinked since you arrived. Hello? The only response is the noise of the wind moving through the blast crater. The woman doesn't acknowledge you. Do you need help? The woman doesn't respond. Give us some sign if you can understand us. The woman still doesn't acknowledge you. All right. As you move to touch the woman, a wind kicks up, howling across the open crater. Tiny slivers of frost whip at your faces, momentarily blinding you. Well. Okay then. That's probably normal. Oh good, it got the entire squad. Well, it is entirely possible that my game is haunted. That would explain some of the issues I've been having the last couple of recording sessions. I wonder if there's anything else we really could have tried there. I mean, I guess we could have attacked her. I'm not sure if that would have really accomplished much more, though it might have helped us avoid that party-wide debuff. I'm also curious if that is supposed to actually be something supernatural, because that's what the name would imply. But in a setting like Wasteland 3, it could also just be a crazy Godfisher, an actual android, a mutated human. We've encountered the Drools on multiple occasions, and they occasionally have those blue lost souls with them. So, I mean, this could have been a human in mid-transformation into something like that. I don't know. I have no idea if we'll ever actually find any context for what we just encountered. Thankfully, the Godfishers are slightly more tangible threats. The kind we can deal with using bullets. Alright, looks like we've got a couple of snipers all the way in the back, but otherwise this should be pretty straightforward. And we've got that guy on the left who apparently was not looped into the combat, so he is still patrolling in real-time mode. That's interesting. We'll just clear the right first. Nice. I suppose the big question here is what those snipers in back are going to do. We've also got this guy on the left, but with just 200 hit points, I'm a lot less concerned about him. In fact, let's go ahead and knock him out now.
Feels like throwing the first punch, but
Oh, look at that. I didn't realize the two people in the back room weren't active either. I mean, they are now, but maybe they assumed we'd approach this fight from the other side. I guess we'll just set up to catch them as they come down that ramp.
That covers the sky! My enemies are bare!
Oh, okay. I think the sniper was on Overwatch. Okay, so that really just leaves the snipers.
dead to rights.
Oh, yeah, look at that. They're hanging back and going into Overwatch. The pet pals set one of them off, but we'll have to soak that other shot if we want to get up close. Send in the clown. Ow. Let's make sure we can knock both of these guys out. Let's see here. Lovely. 2 down, 1 to go. Still no sign of mist that burns. Let's see what we got here. A whole bunch of grizzly vendor trash. Delightful. You know, looking at these guys, I think the blue parts of their skin are just supposed to be painted or tattooed, because they've also got normal flesh tone faces. I think I might actually have some old concept art. I'll have to dig through my files from 2017 and 2018. See if I can find a picture of the prototype Godfishers. Philosophical musings on what life was like before the deluge of fire.
You ever wonder about the world before the bombs fell? Like, what it took to survive back then?
It's a different kind of place for sure. For one thing, it was blazing hot. If you didn't wear special suits, you'd get sun poisoning and die.
The sun wasn't even the worst part. It was the water. If you drank too much pure water, you'd dissolve.
That's why you had to cut it with a little uranium dust first. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, times were harder then.
Ain't that the truth?
That's fun. It is fun to imagine what people 100 or 1,000 years from now might think of the 20th and 21st century, especially if it's after some major disaster decades or centuries from now. Okay, so I guess we're headed down here.
Partners? Whoa! Careful, partners! After we shut down the East Freedom oil fields, some Godfishers set up shop there. The Nancys are gonna clear 'em out after Mother Reliance finishes her big project.
Actually, we're gonna clear them out. Nancy Glory sent us.
Smart cookie, that Nancy. Keep your skin on.
We will certainly try.
I'll be heading back then. Can't believe I just talked to a real desert ranger.
Sweet kid. Hope we don't have to shoot her. Okay, so what do we have going on here? Huh, well that was simple enough. Huh. Is that always there? Alright, so obviously we don't want to go through that door. We'll head up top. Looks like she held out for a while. Must have been a cold, slow, hungry death. We may have just found our woman in white. Which would certainly imply a supernatural explanation. I'm not sure I'm crazy about that, but they had ghosts in Fallout too, so Who am I to complain? All right, November. Let's do this. Moving up. Cleansing ice. That's not the one we're looking for. Not that it really matters, I suppose. I have yet to see any compelling reason not to just wipe these guys out entirely. Light them up. Looks like we've just got a few left on the left. But we're pretty much clear on the right, so we'll hug the right. Yeah, that should be fine.
My enemies are there! Got a bead on them. And... my enemies are there!
I guess the zoo crew is sitting this one out. Fair enough. Oh, nice. A twofer. Nice. We have 3 left, but they're all hanging back. Let's try pushing up on their flank. I think this is going to set Bonkers on fire, but what the heck? It's not like it's his first time. Very nice.
Are we forsaken?
In range now.
Let's wrap this up.
That's the last of the Godfisher encampments. But Ronnie says there's still a roving warband nearby, somewhere. Be careful, Rangers.
Ah, okay, okay. So I think we just figured out where this war camp's leader got off to. Fishing hook kite design. Hastily sketched designs for a kite with a giant fish hook where the tail would normally be. A note beside the drawing reads, "Why bait the kites when we have no hooks to catch the gods?" Yeah, I could get behind that rationale. Godfisher Holy Book. Assembled from sheets of salvaged paper, this small book is bound in curiously supple, fine-grained leather. Lovely. You know, as gross as these guys are, I am genuinely curious to learn more about them. They really went out of their way to sort of bury the details about these plains gangs. In the before time, the world was fertile and green, and the lords of the void favored mankind with gentle winds and life-giving rain. But man grew proud and coveted the powers of the gods. His vessels soared through the heavens, and he sought to usurp the fury of the sun itself. And in his arrogance the skies burned, and a terrible darkness fell upon the earth. Great was the suffering of mankind, generation upon generation, until a prophet came among the people with a bucket of the clearest water and a message from the sky. And the prophet said unto the people, I have lain upon the barren earth, and looked up into the vaulted heavens, and I have seen the faces of the gods. Their gifts can be ours again, but they will not come without a price. We must call the gods back to the world with songs of lamentation and the smell of blood on the wind. We must offer them the flesh of the wicked and the innocent alike. We must cast our gifts into the sky to show our worth and our devotion. We must become like fishers unto the gods. You know, that was a lot less unpleasant than I expected it to be. I guess I'm not really sure what I was expecting. Not that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Godfishers are still bloodthirsty Looney Tunes, but there's almost a dark poetry to the core of their belief system. It's interesting. Let's fall back. We'll run through the camp real quick, make sure we didn't miss anything, and I guess we should have a quick chat with Sister Glory. Map with overlay. Pre-war map of Denver overlaid with a transparency of Mikhail Gorbachev. Someone has circled the points where his port wine stain overlaps important buildings. A note reads, "Is it a coincidence that these buildings were destroyed, Harold? Is it?" I'm honestly not sure what to make of that.
We're getting reports that, oh wow, a huge mass of Godfishers appears to be approaching Denver. Let's hope the Gippers have their defenses ready. If anyone's in the area, lend him a hand.
Oh, well, I guess we should probably take care of that.
Partners?
As before, so today.
So, you got to meet Ronnie face to face. What do you think?
He's amazing.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Amazing. And looking mighty good for over 100, huh?
Yes. I can only hope that I also age that gracefully.
I'm just kidding with you, mostly. Anyway, do you need anything else?
We wiped out the Godfishers who were in your oil field, along with 2 camps in the ruins nearby.
Good work. I've heard there's another group skulking around, though. So keep an eye out.
Why do you say jelly beans?
Well, salty language makes Ronnie unhappy, and he asked so sweetly for me to stop that I said I'd try.
You know what? I can respect that.
You're a peach, Nancy.
Marriage is all about compromise, you know?
You are adorable. Take care, Glory.
You too, Rangers.
I pray the Gipper guards me and keeps me.
It's almost a shame, really. The Gippers are full of some surprisingly decent people. It's really just Mother Nancy reliance that's the problem. Unfortunately, there's no way to depose her without turning the entire crew against us. I mean, the Wyman really seems like an obvious alternative.
Rangers, a Godfisher warband just swept into the plaza. We're under attack. Help!
Well, that was an awkward transition. We read you. We're on our way. Okay. Once more under the breach, my friends.
You see them, O gods of the sky? Do you see their pride? They stand among those who we've shorn of life, of limb, and they think they can escape. Ha!
We're only gonna say this once. Surrender.
We will send them to you, O gods, soaring on our kites, so that you will bless us with tender rain and bury our enemies in killing snow.
She lowers her head to look at you, grinning.
I feel strong.
Oh, beautiful. For the spacious sky.
Yeah.
For endless waves. Going up. Purple.
I'm hunting pickles! You're fighting against...
Of the fruited flame.
Truth, justice, and the USA!
His aggression will not stand.
Ugh.
America, God shed his grace on thee. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful. For heroes prove
Time for a reckoning.
in liberating strife. Who more than self their country love, and mercy more than life. America, God shed his grace on thee. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. To shining sea.
We don't really have the Kodiak outfitted for precision combat like this. We'll bring it up, but we'll keep it on standby. Also, I really would have figured they'd use the Land of Confusion cover for this fight. Odd choice.
The lightning!
Gotta say, I am slightly underwhelmed by that Reagan cannon.
Here we go.
Huh. I really didn't think she'd survive the turn. Well, I guess that means we can give her a more poetic death. The mist that burns. Almost prophetic. All right, November. I think we're just about done here. Well, that was fun.
Just gotta pray.
Huh. Oh, that must be the dead Gipper we passed on our way in. Note in a child's handwriting. I'm glad I finally met you, Mommy. I'm glad you weren't dead, like they said. Huh. I really hope they're not trying to make us feel bad for these guys, because I don't. Waste Dweller Helm. The perfect headgear for keeping the dust and snow out of your eyes. 50% cold resistance. And it looks halfway decent. And a flamethrower, which I guess must be why they called her Mist That Burns. I liked my, pathetic prophetic interpretation better. Okay, I guess that's it. Let's have a quick chat with, Glory.
Wow, you sure kicked the peach pits out of those savages. You Rangers really live up to your reputation. Here's your payment, on time and as promised. You earned it.
Wow, they actually love us. For however long that lasts. Take care, Glory.
You too, Rangers.
This is really one of those areas where I wish they just gave you more options.
Good luck, Rangers.
Thanks, you too. But yeah, like I said earlier, it really does kind of feel like there's this whole missing subquest here to reveal Mother Reliance's true nature to the rest of the Gippers, because these guys actually aren't all that bad, relatively speaking. It's her that's the problem. And it seems like they give you these building blocks to start building a case to have her removed as the leader of the group. But then none of it actually ends up going anywhere. But I suppose that's just how it goes sometimes. Maybe they felt that that would be too easy. Anyway, I think that brings us to a pretty good stopping point. We have officially cleared the Godfishers from the region and cleared a path to the machine commune. So we will hit the pause button for now, but we'll pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon. Links are in the description.